Good morning. Today is 1/28 of 25, and I am back with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. It is a quarter till 9, and I am going to eat this early. I did a pretty hard workout yesterday, and so I know that I need extra like protein and calories today. So I am going to make sure that I'm getting in 3 meals. Additionally, I am going to the gym a little later this morning, and my goal is to work on um, some hit workout, do a hit workout, which means that I'm going to want the energy for that. So I'm going to make sure that I eat this morning, but I'm going to start out by starting my yogurt. I'm going to make some homemade yogurt. It takes like 9 hours in the Instant Pot or even more to kind of cook or ferment, really is what it's doing. So I want to get it started early. I've got my Instant Pot. I am going to add to it 1 tablespoon of whole Greek yogurt, which I'm going to need a rubber scraper for this. So you need to have one that has live cultures in it, otherwise it won't work. And then I need a measuring cup because I can't measure out 4 cups without it. All right, so I need 4 cups of milk, and I'm going to use Fairlife whole milk because it has the extra protein in it. That's why I use it in my coffee and kind of with everything, is because it does have more protein. And then I'm going to add some vanilla extract, some pure vanilla extract. Last time I added vanilla extract, I added like half a teaspoon, I think, but that was to half of the recipe. So for this recipe, I would add 1 teaspoon, but I really found that I didn't like the flavor did not really come out. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of my pure vanilla extract. And it could be because I use pure vanilla extract. Um, the imitation vanilla has a much milder, I'm sorry, a much stronger flavor. Um, so like if you were going to be using both, you would want to use the imitation vanilla in like baked goods and things to help bring out that or to help flavor it, and maybe a little more um, of the pure vanilla extract if you uh, like if you were baking with it, you would want to use more of the pure vanilla extract. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. And then I'm going to whisk these together to help break down the yogurt. And then I will get it into my Instant Pot, set on my yogurt function, and it'll be at a medium. So I'm not boiling it. I'm not going to put it on a high. That is one way to make yogurt, but I'm not using that way. I'm going to put it on a medium, and I'm going to let it cook in that for 9 hours, and then I'll check it. Hello. Today I want to make some chicken enchilada soup. So it's a recipe that I got from All Day I Dream About Food. I will link to it in the description. However, the first time that I made it, although it wasn't me, it was my daughter that actually did the cooking. There were quite a few adjustments that I wanted to make to kind of like make it into a meal for myself. So I am making it again today, and I am going to make those adjustments to really make it a meal for me. So one of the first adjustments that I am making to the recipe is that I am using extra chicken because I really do prioritize protein in my meals. And so I want that extra chicken. I think the original recipe for one serving is like 23 grams of protein, which isn't bad, but it's just not as much as I particularly need. I also find that just that amount of chicken in the sauce, which is the soup, it's just not enough to make a whole meal. You're essentially just have like a creamy tomato sauce with about 4 ounces of chicken, and that's it. So I'm one of the things I'm doing is just bumping up my chicken. So in my slow cooker here, I have 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. The original recipe calls for 2 pounds. So per serving, I am going to have, let's see, so this is supposed to make 8 servings, but I find that the original recipe's servings amounts are like too small. So it's really, for me, this is going to be 4 servings in this much like food that I'm making. So yeah, so I was gonna say, so you end up with, I think, about like 75% of a pound, so 12 ounces of chicken, um, which will give you like a great amount of protein. And you can always, use it however you would want to use it. So I need about a half cup of chopped onion. So it's about half of a medium onion. I'm going to get that into my pot. And then I need to add to this. I wear gloves when I work with onion or anything that has a really strong scent to it, just because I don't like that scent staying on my skin. And it'll like be on my skin all day, no matter how many times I like wash my hands. So that's why I wear gloves when I'm working with onion or garlic or anything with a strong scent to it. Okay, and then I need some jalapenos. So the original recipe calls for 2 whole jalapenos that are diced, but I'm just going to use my pickled jalapeno because it's just easier. So for my family, I am only going to add 1 tablespoon of my pickled jalapeno. My family struggles with a lot of heat, so I don't want to add too much. And then I need 4 tablespoons of butter. So I've got 2 tablespoons here that was in my fridge. And then I've got another couple tablespoons right here. So you can cook this in the Instant Pot or you can cook it in your slow cooker. This is actually my spare Instant Pot because my other one is in use, and this one, the actual like pressure cooking doesn't work on this one, so I really only kept it to use it as a slow cooker. So that's how I am making it. I'm using it as a slow cooker. Okay, and then I need my tomatoes. So it's actually pureed tomatoes, and I need 2 cups of that. And then I need 5 cups of chicken broth. So this is a 4 cup container. So I'm just going to pour that whole thing in. So from this container, I'm just going to pour out another cup to get my 5 cups, which I think is going to be, yeah, that's all that I have in here. And then I'll just pour all of this one directly in. And I'm going to give myself an air opening so that it's easier to pour into my pot. Then I need some seasonings. I need 3 tablespoons of taco seasoning. So this is my 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. And then I'm just gonna kind of fill it up about halfway. Need just a little bit more. So that's my, what I just put in is this taco seasoning. And then I actually have some of my own taco seasoning that I kind of mixed up. So I wanted to use this once I used up that, commercial brand of taco seasoning. All right, so there's about half, which equals a total of 3 tablespoons of taco seasoning in there. And then I need some salt. So I need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And the instructions don't say to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to kind of give these a quick stir. And then I will get my slow cooker lid on and let it cook on low for 6 to 8 hours. And then I'm going to add some more things that are not part of the original recipe. So part of the original recipe is that I'm adding more chicken in, and then I'm also to just add some more texture to the dish. After it is cooked, I will add in a couple packets of my konjac rice, which it's already cooked. So I just need to rinse it really well and add it in. I'll just kind of let it sit in there to kind of like heat through for a bit before I serve it. And then I'm going to top it. You can top it with whatever you want to top it with, but I'm going to top it with some diced Roma tomato, just because I feel like I kind of want that extra, again, an extra texture layer. But you could use like avocado or sour cream or Greek yogurt, or I think that cilantro would be really, really good. I just don't have any. So kind of whatever toppings you want. But my main difference that I'm doing is the extra chicken and then adding in some konjac rice. But that'll come later. I am making my coffee. I have my 2 shots of espresso along with a half cup of Fairlife whole milk. And then I'm going to add just half a serving of my whey protein isolate. It's a Naked brand. Because my breakfast is going to be made with protein powder also, I'm going to use some keto chow to make my breakfast. So I like it better if like all of my protein isn't coming from protein powder. So that's what I'm going to do. And I do actually, because I plan to eat 3 times today, I do plan to have like plenty of protein. In fact, I plan to have extra protein just to help make sure that my body has what it needs in order to repair after my workout yesterday and the workout that I'm going to have today. And then I'm also adding a salty packet. This is Caramel Vibes. This is a Keto Chow brand product, and it is electrolytes. So I'll be sure to get my electrolytes in before I work out also. For my breakfast, I am making oatmeal, though there won't be any oats in it. So I have 1 cup of my Fairlife whole milk that I have put into a pot, and I am just warming it up, and it is warm, so I'm ready to add some more ingredients. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal. I love flaxseed. I love the flavor of it. I'm super excited. I've never had this before, so maybe it'll be terrible. I don't know. All right, so I've got my 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal. And then I need a tablespoon of chia seeds. I will link to the recipe for this in the description. However, I have changed it because I'm adding this, the chia seeds. That's not in the original recipe. I just wanted to add them in. And then I need a tablespoon of, I don't want this to boil. It's getting too hot. I need a tablespoon of my monk fruit allulose blend. Okay, and then my packet of keto chow. So I'm using chocolate toffee flavor. It just sounds good to me. You could probably use any flavor. I think the original recipe calls for the caramel macchiato flavor, which then you'd get some coffee in your oatmeal also. Oh my gosh, it smells like oatmeal. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and just make sure everything gets blended. And then it'll thicken up a little bit here too. And then for my last ingredient, I have this peanut butter. This is the brand that I chose to use. I was really hungry for peanut butter, so I wanted to get some peanut butter. The only ingredients are nuts and salt, so that's pretty clean. And I have about 2 tablespoons in my bowl here that I just warmed up a little because it is something that I keep in the refrigerator. So I just wanted to make sure that it was, nice and smooth for me. And then I'm just going to add my oatmeal on top. All right, and then I will give this a try. I do plan to only eat about half of it, just because I know that I do have a harder time eating like a lot of oatmeal for some reason. I don't know. I think it's something to do with the consistency or something of it. So I plan to only eat half of it, and then I'll eat the other half later this week. But let's try it. That really does have the texture of oatmeal, though I feel like the peanut butter really overpowers the, like, what would be the keto chow flavoring. So I know that the peanut butter adds some good fat to it, and I was hungry for peanut butter. So it's not like it's bad. It'll be fine. But it's not really the flavor that I was looking for. I was looking for more of that toffee flavor from my keto chow. But it's good. I think next time I just won't add the peanut butter, or maybe less peanut butter. I feel like I just won't add the peanut butter. Maybe if I used a stronger flavor keto chow, then that would be okay. But I think next time I just won't add the peanut butter. But it's all right, and it'll be my first meal. It is 11:30, and I am ready for my second meal of the day. Today I will be eating 3 meals. So for my second meal, I have some leftover carnivore pizza, which I cooked in my air fryer, and it got a little done. But that's okay. I did want it browner when I made it originally. I will link to the video of me making this in the description. And then I have a half cup of blackberries that I'm going to use as kind of a palate cleanser and just to kind of refresh my mouth once I'm done with my pizza. I did not go to the gym this morning. We had to rearrange a few things because of other things we had going on. So we plan to go this afternoon. So this pizza will be great to give me lots of energy for going to the gym. It is 6:15, and I got a couple of things. So my yogurt got done processing after 9 hours, and I tested it. So I'll show it to you here. So I tested it. You can see where I kind of put my spoon. Now we do want to, like, I don't want to stir this or anything. I just want to let it sit. I'm actually, because it's cold enough, I'm going to put it out in my garage for a bit, and then I'll get it into like my refrigerator tomorrow once I'm allowed to stir it. You're not supposed to stir it. I think it's for 4 hours, but I could be wrong on that. And then the other thing that I have is my soup, which is done slow cooking. So I need to take a couple of steps. So first of all, in my bowl here, I have 3/4 of a cup of my whole Greek yogurt. The recipe calls for sour cream, but I am going to use yogurt because it has more protein in it. And I am supposed to find a ladle here and get some of this like juice from the soup in here, and then just kind of whisk them together. That helps to break down that sour cream a bit more so that it just kind of more easily gets blended into the soup. I'll add it into the soup here in just a minute. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the chicken. Okay, and then I'm going to add in my 2 packages of my skinny pasta or konjac rice. So I'm just going to get that into my bowl so that it can start warming up. I just rinsed it really well per the package instructions. And then we'll let that start kind of warming up in there. And the reason that I add the rice is just because I like the like added texture that it gives to the dish. There's just sauce and chicken in this soup. So I like to give it some texture. So I'm just going to get my chicken all kind of chopped or shredded. Okay, then I'll get that chicken back into my pot. And I'll get that stirred around and then get my Greek yogurt mixture. I almost said sour cream. Add it in and stir that around. And then you can top this with all kinds of things. I'm going to top it with some Roma tomatoes. This looks so delicious. And then I'm also going to have some blackberries on the side. So if we take a look at my day, I had about 1,500 calories with 149 protein, which is fantastic to help build back after doing my strength training yesterday. I did go to the gym today and I did hit for about 20 minutes and then I walked at like a zone 3 for another like 30 minutes. So I sweated a lot. So that's why my sodium numbers today are like really high because I needed it. So my sodium ended up being about 5,900. My net carbs were 23 and my fat was about 76. I did not have the blackberries with my dinner. So like with my soup, I just when I was looking at my plan, it looked like I had blackberries planned for my dinner, but it was actually for my lunch that I had them planned for, which is just fine because honestly, I am so full from my dinner, like really, really full. I do have some of the salt that's indicated in these numbers in my water bottle that I am currently drinking. And I will add more salt if I feel like I need it tonight, just to kind of make sure because I was definitely dehydrated today. Like like it was affecting me mentally and emotionally. I was getting so dehydrated, so I definitely want to make sure that I'm keeping on top of that. But I had a pretty great day today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.